which shouldn't make any. That doesn't make any sense because EVA construction's been in the game for long enough to where someone should have done something like that and seen the bug, right? I'm not the first person to ever do that. Element, but bug lottery. Duh. All right, then we're going to promptly S in spacebar, and then we're good. Let's go home. Hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt me. It should just drop. That might hit us. I should have went either one of these directions and thrown it that way, but I didn't. It's okay. I'm moving myself around on purpose. I don't have to, but we're not going to burn up or anything. We're fine. The pod is great. We've got plenty of ablator. The re-entry lottery, we're fine. We're going to land in the desert. Oh, also, by the way, they still never fixed that typo unless they really want it to be a desert launch site. Hi, Ryankin. English only, my friend. I don't know what any of that means. That's been in the game for years. The desert element, the best kind. Well, I think you said good afternoon. Did you put the mobile processing lab on Minmus? Am I accurate? All my lights just went off on my keyboard. Does it still work? Yep. What happened there? There it goes. Okay. I did, Ryankin. It needs more electricity, though. My German seems to be great. Well, I mean, there's a lot of English in Germanic crossings. So I can kind of figure it out, but don't test me. I don't want to get tested. The bug that bugs me the most is encounters disappearing. I'll show you a bug that really gets on my nerves that Squad knows about that they haven't fixed yet. And once I show it to you, it's going to trigger you for the rest of your days. Let's get these guys home first. Would require a rewrite of the game, probably. In Monodop, yeah, what Element said. Thunder, I'm not here to learn languages, my friend. I'm here to stream. Appreciate it, though. Thanks for looking out for me. Water landing? Maybe. We are coming in pretty steep. French? No, thanks. I want the French call le incompetent. I got that from Home Alone. So let me have it. TJ, I haven't done anything channel points yet. That's rude. I'm making fun of myself. I made a mock-up of your credit. It crafted the VAB, removing 4 of your baguette tanks, created only 19 Delta V in vacuum. Yeah, tech op. But then I added 30 units of fuel from the other tank. So technically I added more weight to it. I don't know, tech op. That's why I'm confused, buddy. It shouldn't have been that much of a gain that we got. I honestly think it was bugged, and I don't feel right. I feel like these guys should still be stranded around the mun. Where'd I get the 30 units from? There was a baguette tank on the rover. I moved it over to the ship, drained it, and then took it off. So there was an extra baguette, but it was on the rover. I moved it over to my ship, drained it, and then tossed it away. 40 units of fuel gave you 350 Delta V. Okay. So maybe I had around 1,000 units then, but it still took me almost 600 to get around. Very inky. That's not a lot of weight, dude. That's not going to give me 100 Delta V, buddy. That's going to add like maybe 30-ish Delta V. Either way, I obviously had enough fuel, but I also added 2 Kerbals. So you have to think, those 2 Kerbals probably make up for the weight of the MK1 parachute. Because we didn't have Kerbals on before. There's a lot of calculations there, I think, that didn't make it to the final value. And I do think I got some free fuel, because that was given to me. We should have only had about 1,000 Delta V. And once I made that burn to get around, we should have only had like 450. We still would have got home. But I feel like I don't deserve it. Also, I started step 1 of networking with T-Pain today. Element, remember? I told you that the reason why I was rating Cardboard Cowboy was because he networks with T-Pain. Step 1 has started, or step 1A has begun. So, I've already started to establish connection. And then maybe that'll get me like a nod or something. Who knows? All I want is someone to know my name. No, Cybex. I don't know about all that, but yeah, Electro Llama. This is from my hard mode run from back in the day. I'm just too used to being oversafe. Symmetrical and safe. So this is fine. I'm not gonna slack off on that. I get it, we can F5 and stuff and try to cheat it, but I don't really want to do that. Alright, we're gonna splash down. It should be golden. Either way, we would have made it home, but I feel like I don't deserve what we just did. So we're just gonna talk it up as whatever, and then move on. The shoots have shoots? No, there's 2 Droge and 2 main. Would 50 tons without docking ports be possible? No. Not with what I have set up as a as my goals. I did Element, and then I told him I was gonna take him home with me. That I had money in the bank. But we didn't make it to the bed like, ooh, ooh. No Element, you weirdo. Okay, we have science. Let's go research something. I have 174 science. That gets me electricity. Boom. That's the only T-Pain line I know. That wasn't even T-Pain, that was Akon. He's just in the song with him. Okay, let's see. I mean, it might have been T-Pain, but it's him and Akon, though. 13. Okay, so the next one's gonna be 14. Oops. I don't like this bug either, guys. I can't. There we go. Hey. What were we at? 13 or 14? I'm gonna just do this. Min-miss. Electricity. What other bug was it you wanted to show? Watch this, Carlo. You ready for this? Take any probe, put it into the editor, right click on it, and then it's gone. That happens with every single probe. Every single probe. Here's a fix, and I think it's dumb. Watch. Pinball, I have found that since the 1.11 patch. I have no idea. Or 1.10 or whatever. I don't know, but that's the most triggering bug, I think, to date. All you gotta do is move it, and you can do with it whatever you want. But God forbid you put another one out because, oh, it's gone again. Oops. Disappearing probe. Yeah, it happens with all of them, even the Stay Putnik. See? Gone. That should be an easy fix. It's been on the forums for Squad, for KSP, for months. You'd think it would be an easy fix. Alright, let's work on min-miss electricity. So it needs to be able to hook up with the other thing. It builds character. Sure. Let's go down to the ground here. So I just want this for now. We're gonna bring it down. We're gonna put it like this, just for shiggles, because I need to make a vehicle that lines up with it. So right there-ish. Now, it does not have a docking... No, it does have a docking port. It has a docking port. Come on. Alright. So we need to make something that connects to it. And we're going to do it like this. Maybe an engine plate? Well, it needs to be... I need a structural fuselage. I got one of those? I do. Okay. So there's a structural fuselage. Yeah, Carlo, I've never seen that one before. Sea Dragon, it does have spaghetti code. So the original people who wrote the game don't work on the game anymore. And when the new devs came in to work on it, that's why it took so long for them to actually update the game, because they had to reverse engineer and figure out what was going on with the code, because they didn't know what was going on. Okay, I don't know if I want to go that crazy, but I think I do want wheels. Or some way for this thing to attach. Maybe I can just put wheels on this. That would make sense. Was that Senpai Sim game? I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, so those are rover wheels. I need to bring them down. Once I get this down and to a level that I am okay with, I'm going to move it back up where I can work with it. But for right now... Okay, that works. Okay, let's bring this up. Alright, so now we have wheels. Where's Krillin? He's around. He's just probably not here right now. Now, those wheels, they can't deploy. They're just going to be stuck out there. Can I retract them? No. They're just stuck. Do I have robotics? I do. Okay, so I can make it fall over. Alright, we're putting them on from this side, right? So, that's not right. That's correct. So we'll put a bunch of them on there. We'll make it crawl. Then we'll bring this down. We'll bring that down. And we'll bring this down. Slide that over, slide this one over, slide this one over. I think having them touch like that would be kind of cool, right? That's all four wheels. Raffanil, 15 months. Welcome back in, my friend. It's good to have you here. Hello again, my friend. How are you? Thank you for the continued support. I think I want to move this down. Have the docking port off center on purpose. That way I can move these wheels up. That way we can still connect. Okay. Now this, the structural fuselage, is going to hold all my batteries. All of my batteries. And then hopefully we can make it worth. Have you seen the new Switch images today? I have, and I also saw the fallout from it, and I don't have any interest in it, to be honest. You're great? That's cool, man. How am I? I'm fantastic, man. Any day I get to stream is always a good day. Well, I think what they're doing, French, is they're just trying to put more Switches out there. But they're just slightly improving the design as they go along. But the original Switch can play games in 4K, LOL. But this one can't with the OLED screen. Okay, so we've got that on. This can steer this. Now we need batteries. So we're gonna put a bunch of batteries on this thing. Let's do 4. And then we can just shrink them in. We pack them. Like this. There we go. We're going to put some solar panels on the side. If I have 2, let's see how they open up. Oh, that looks nice. Okay. I want to move it just a hair. So, like, this one should be there, and this one should be like that, maybe. That way there's some space. Yeah, French. That's why people are not happy about it. Alright, so there's the battery. So, Cuz, welcome in, my friend. It's good to have you here, bud. And yeah, Raffinil, it's been a while, buddy. I'm glad you're here. Is there anything else I need on that? We need an antenna on it. So, I guess we can put the antenna on the bottom? Like that. That should still be able to communicate with things. I want to move it a little further in like that. That way I can still radio out. And then I would like to put a docking port on the back of this. But off-centered in the same way. Oops, that's wrong. That way it can fit on top of something. Now that's going to go to Minmus. That has to go to Minmus, just like that. I want to make these 2 steer in the front. And these 2 in the back not steer. And these 2 in the front not have a motor. Well, actually, let's make this one not steer. Just have the front one steer. And give it a motor. And then the brakes are going to step down. So these are going to be 100. These will be 80. This one's going to be 60. And these will be 30. That way it's not too crazy. And then I think it's fine. Drive limiters 100%? Sure. They're just little rover wheels. They're not going to hurt anybody. I need to... need to set this thing right here. Reroute to you. That means I can take this off. I'm going to reroute to this. Alright, there's our piece. That has to go to Minmus. How much does it weigh? A ton. That's going to be our electricity. Nothing on top right here? Maybe another antenna? These aren't combinable, right? They are not combinable. So maybe what I'll do is just take this one off and throw this bad boy on it. That way it pops up. Boop. Looks good to me. Okay, let's get that packed up. We're gonna need a docking port here. This is gonna be a landing system that gets it on there. But this also needs to be a robotic. That way it can knock this thing down. So what do I have as a robotic? I've got this. I think it needs to be flipped. Like that? How come that's not doing what I wanted to do? Let's rotate it. Yeah, shouldn't that? Maybe it's doing it from the heaviest part. I feel like this is wrong. Give me this. Now let's see how it functions. Why is it that one? Why is it the other way around? Oh, I'm so confused. That shouldn't happen, right? Guys, what am I doing wrong? If I take this and flip it, it still does the same thing. I wanted to take this thing and flip it. I'll leave it alone. See what happens. You always screw things up when you use those things? Root part. What about root part? You're saying I should have a different root part? I can do that. Maybe You have to attach the hinge to the fuel tank first and then attach the top piece. Oh, movable stuff. I got you, Raphael. I don't know, TJ. It's supposed to just work. I feel like that might be too... Let's leave it there. So if I take this and right-click it, give me... There it goes. Okay. It was the root part. Okay, so maximum I want it to drop is maybe 66 degrees. We'll do 70. Have it traverse kind of slow. And then what we'll do is we'll have the legs kind of help it out the rest of the way on this. Once this thing makes it out to space, it's going to be very interesting. I wonder how much delta V we would have with this setup right here. 2966 at 0.42. But around Minmus, we would have 8 TWR. I think that would be beautiful if we could do that. Could you imagine? Just like plop. That would be so great. 3,000 delta V to Minmus. I think having a bigger engine though would help. Still 2,800 delta V. If it makes it to space, we're not launching just this. We're gonna put it on a thing. We'll be fine, damn devil dog. Ye of little faith, my friend. So 2845. Where is the engine plate? 2732. That's not bad. That's cool, Brainiac. I'll take a look at it. I saw your plane thing. I didn't understand it. It was big, though. And I saw Nuclear Nerd talking to you about it. Nuclear Nerd is one of these people that don't come by my channel at all. He just kind of lives in my Discord. He lives in New Zealand, and he uses that as an excuse for not to be able to watch my stream. But I have people in here from New Zealand and Australia all the time. He's just making excuses. Nah, he probably can't make it. But it's still good to hear from him every now and again. Alright, let's switch this over to Kerbal sea level. Actually, Kerbal altitude. And then I would like to get another stage underneath this. Maybe this? Oh, you know what we need in there?